Hi guys, and today we are going to prepare some deep fried Chinese spare ribs, and I'm gonna have some help from my kids during the COVID lockdown, so it's kind of a fun activity to do.
Yeah.
So you can buy some ribs from the supermarket, and so you see all the bones here is spare ribs, so we're gonna cut it up and into small pieces, and then while I cut the ribs into small pieces, I've got the kids here to help me to fill up the water, and then break up the garlic for me and peel it.
Yay.
And you can use a small knife, and then I'm just going to cut it according to the bones. So we cut it all up into small pieces, and we're just going to soak all the bits into the water.
Yeah. I can't seem to get this thing off.
So we're going to, Lara, can you put it in the sink? And then we're just going to wash it a few times.
Oh, wait.
So you're just going to run the tap and then just give it a good wash. It's okay. And then we're going to take it out and we're going to soak it for about an hour, but we need to add a little bit things into it. So we're going to add
Bit of salt.
Bit of salt. Lara, can you add like 1 spoon of salt?
And we also add in
The garlic.
yes, the garlic, which I still have not finished peeling.
Yep.
This is fine.
And then do you know what that is?
It's bay leaves.
Bay leaves. Well done. Let's 2 leaves of bay leaves into it.
Is this good? Is this good?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You need to take off the skin as well.
Skin. Yeah. So can we just?
Yep.
We cut the ends off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So cut the ends off the garlic.
You know the Chinese style?
Sorry.
To really quick, you just hold a knife like that, and then you literally just bang, bang, and then you crushed it, and then you just Look at that.
Nice.
Why don't you try?
Okay.
Be very careful with your knife.
Ooh. True.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Nice.
yeah, easy.
So
Just dip it in.
yeah.
Just chuck it in. And then we're gonna add.
Chucky.
Can you pack some black pepper too? A bit more is fine.
So I think.
Yeah. Yeah, just chuck it in. So basically, we have the ribs, and then we're just going to, give it a little stir to make sure salt melted. So we're just going to put it in the fridge for an hour, just let it soak. And reason why is the beef will be deep fried later in order to make sure that they are still very juicy. After we cooked it, we're going to soak it in water and to make sure that, it's very juicy and tender after we cook it.
So now that it's been 1 hour, what we're doing now is squeezing a bit of the water out of the ribs. Make sure to keep a bit in to keep the ribs moist. So we're gonna squeeze the water out. Squeeze.
And just put it in.
Yeah, put it into another bowl, just a clean bowl. Yes. Oh, it's quite cold, this water. It's freezing. It's very cold, actually. Alright, there we go. There's another one.
Okay, come on. A few more.
Okay.
Alright, one more for you, Lara.
Okay. Alright, there we go.
And then So you basically got
that's all of them.
all the ribs here.
Yep.
And then we don't need the water, so put on side. And what do we do next? We need to marinate
so
it.
now we need to marinate it with light soy sauce. Yes.
Yeah. How many spoonfuls?
2 spoonfuls of light soy sauce. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Cool. So make sure to pour it over the ribs, so any excess soy sauce will go into the ribs.
The bowl.
Into the bowl, yes.
Not on the table.
Not onto the table, like I've done many times before.
Right. And some.
Black
So
pepper.
now we get the black pepper, yes. And
I think a bit more. Yeah.
and a splash of olive oil, yes. Olive oil.
Yeah.
Get us
Okay.
enough.
Then 2 spoonfuls of
Cornstarch,
cornstarch.
yes. Cornstarch. Yes. Nice. 1, 2, and now we mix it all in. Yes, we just go
Oh, why don't you just
mix
get
it with our
dirty?
hands. Let's go.
Just go dirty. Mix the juice in.
Let's go.
Good job.
It doesn't matter because I'll be washing hands later.
Yeah, we did wash hands before we start filming, okay?
Yes, we did.
But,
Make sure
good
you do as
job.
well. Well, there's so much cornstarch
Yes.
on here.
yeah, make sure it's evenly marinated. And then after we sort of massage it and get all the sauce sort of evenly coated on the
Nice.
meat, we are going to put it in the fridge again and let it marinate for another hour.
So we'll be needing some spring onion to fry with the pork. So what's a better way than cutting some spring onion from our own garden? Fresh, yes. Very fresh. So we'll be needing about 3 of these thingies. Yeah, 3. So I've got 1. Make sure they're quite long and quite big. Yes, and last one. And there we go. There's
Yeah, get a few more, it's
a few
alright.
more, yeah.
Maybe get 2 more.
One and great. That's fine.
So now that the ribs is being marinated, we're gonna make the 5-spice salt. We're gonna start the wok to make sure it heats up, and then we're gonna add the ingredients.
So what
do we have?
What we've got here is the black pepper. We've got white pepper, black pepper, 3 spoonfuls of salt, and the 5 spices, which are cinnamon,
Nutmeg,
cloves,
fennel seeds.
and star anise. Yes. So
Do we need to add oil?
this is
We do not have to add oil, just a plain wok.
okay. So now we add in the black pepper and white pepper. Black pepper, salt
We
first.
add the salt first.
Yes, yes. So we just pour it in, yes.
Then we add the 5-spice salt.
Yes, yes.
5-spice powder.
Yes. And
Then we add a lot of white and black pepper.
yes, we gotta give it a big crack. Alright, and now
Then
the
we
black
need-
pepper. You can do the black pepper, yes, yes.
Then we stir.
Stir. Oh, I remember having these ribs and I was wondering what it was. I was wondering what the sauce was and I was like, bro, this is good. And I was just like, what is this sauce? Now I know. Nutmeg, cinnamon, star anise, fennel seeds, and cloves.
So while it's well mixed and then it's trying to sort of dry up a little bit
Yes.
and then it's done. Now it's getting, can you see the smoke coming out?
Yes.
So turn the heat down a little bit.
And the salt is kind of starting to go
Yeah,
brown.
you can switch it off now.
Cool.
Yeah, and just keep stirring it for a little bit.
Stirring, stirring, stirring.
Yeah.
Stirring.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go.
And that's it.
So we're now coating the ribs with plain flour and cornstarch. So whatever cornstarch you have to add the same amount of plain flour. So say you added 3 spoonfuls of cornstarch, you have to add 3 spoonfuls of flour. So
we're gonna add 4 spoonfuls of flour.
Yes, and 4 spoonfuls.
So that means we have to.
This is the cornstarch, by the way.
4 spoonfuls.
What is? They look the exact same. 3. Okay, 3.
Oh.
Fair. 3.
Wait, we're gonna do 3.
2. And that is a third.
Okay.
Right.
Now we are going to mix it, the cornstarch and the flour together.
Yes. So you can mix it if you want. God, I'm getting my hands full of flour and cornstarch. So after we mix it, we are going to add it onto the ribs here. And make sure to coat every single bit of the ribs to make it extra crunchy when you eat it. Yes. All of the edges, all of the corners. Every single bit. Alright.
You can coat it as well.
Coat it just like that. So make sure it's all covered in white, yes?
So it's basically a white bone.
Yes. Looks like a... What is that? Oh, so after you covered it, put it into a separate bowl.
A clean
Separate bowl, yes.
Clean, remember clean.
Okay. So, you're going to coat these. Sorry. I'm coating them very vigorously right now. I think it's good. Nice. It's a little bit dull there. Do I keep...
Quality control.
Yes, yes. There we go.
There
Look at my hands.
covered in flour and cornstarch.
So are my hands.
And it is very. It's
So
gonna.
are my shorts.
And when you want to cover it in cornstarch and flour, because when you fry it afterwards, it will be very, very crunchy.
So now we are about to start to fry the pork. So
Yes.
we're gonna use a lot of oil, like seriously a lot of oil.
Like not just a splash.
Yeah.
Like
So
tons. Gonna make
so
sure
and then
it's
I'm gonna
extra,
turn on the
extra clean.
fire as well.
Watch out, it's gonna like burst out. Yeah, there we go.
Right.
And
So we're just gonna
Oh,
keep
yes.
going, keep going, keep going. So we've got enough
That
oil
is so much
to
oil.
cover probably about half the bottle. That's a
If it
lot
was
of
a
oil.
full bottle, then you'd empty half.
So we're gonna use. So, and then we're just gonna wait for the oil to heat up. And
Yep.
the best way to test if the oil is ready. Who knows how to test if the oil is ready?
If you see the bubbles on the.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I never
so,
knew that.
so basically, you see the lots of oil here. So you're just gonna stick the chopsticks in and see if there's bubble. If there's bubble around the chopsticks, then which means the temperature is ready. So at the moment, there's no bubble.
Yeah.
So we know it's not quite ready yet. So we're just gonna wait for a while. So while we're waiting, can I get your kids to crush the onion for me? Because we're gonna fry the onion
By the way,
inside.
you don't have to use a chopstick.
Yeah.
You can use anything.
Yeah, so we got garlic here. I need you guys to crush. And then I've got a capsicum. I need you guys to chop up. Yeah, so we're going to use the garlic
Do the garlic
crusher
crushing, I'll do the...
to do that.
I'm good at it. You don't know how to.
You're getting recorded. Right,
Cut it so it's
Yeah.
flat.
so cut one end.
Then cut the other.
Yeah,
And there'll be flour in the middle, of course, yes.
yeah.
Then you slice it like this. Now I'm gonna cut around this whole kind of floury bit here.
You mean the seeds?
Seeds, yes. So, there we go. Make sure you don't slice your finger off. And you can just pull it out, yes. And there we go. You can have, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two capsicum thingies. Yeah.
And then can you dice it? Cut it into small squares?
Should I dice this thing as well?
Yeah. And then while we check if the oil is ready, so you just stick the chopsticks in. Almost ready. So we're just going to check how the kids are doing. So you're going to cut it into
Really
small dices.
dicing it.
And Lara is very busy
And I am
crushing the
garlic.
Well done.
Could you move, please?
It is tough.
And then we also have cut some red chilies and some spring onion that we'll use it later. Let's see if the oil is ready. Yeah, we can start to see some bubbles here. So we are going to start frying the pork. So now the oil is ready, we're going to start adding the pork. So we probably got space for 3, and we're just going to let it fry with lots of patience. And you can see the color is changing. Try not to move it too much, just enough so that they don't stick to each other. We're gonna fry it twice. So this is the first round, we fried it. Once you got a nice yellow color, a golden color, and you can take it out. And ready, let it cool down a bit, and then we can fry the second batch. So how are we doing with the garlic and the spring onion?
Going well.
Good job.
And
She can't crush that.
I can't go.
That's all right. Just do what you can. So we got this nice, beautiful golden color, and then we can take it out and just let it rest on the side for a little bit. So we got quite a few pieces to go through. So we're gonna add a few more pieces in, and while we wait, we'll probably do 3 rounds because I've got 9 pieces altogether. Yeah, so we're just gonna let it carry on cooking. So that's the last batch. So you're just gonna carry on frying. A bit of patience. So that's what it looks like after the first round.
Wait, we're doing it
Right.
another time?
Yeah, because we need to cook it twice. So the first time we actually
it
cook
smells
it,
so nice.
cook it with a lower temperature,
Okay.
and then just to make a really firm color, a firm texture of the coating, and then with the color, and then we let it rest for a bit so that all the juice and the moisture keeps inside the meat, and then we're gonna fry it on a higher temperature to get a really crispy coated.
Nice.
And so this is, but it's lots of patience. So it's takes quite a while to get the nice golden color because you're cooking it in a lower temperature.
So good.
But if you cook it on a high temperature to begin with, guess what's going to happen?
It's gonna burn.
It's going to burn on the outside and inside it won't be cooked. So we need to cook it on a lower temperature to make sure that it's cooked through.
Nice.
So patience. So I think how many can you have? We have 9 altogether, and there's 4 of us.
So I think I'll probably have like, I'll have 2.
Yeah, two, and we've got 1 lucky person that can have the 1 extra.
1 extra, yeah. I might want it.
So let's see what's your appetite. You're working up on your appetite because you went to the dog park today to hang out with a friend,
Yeah.
and Lara went down to the beach to Fuji, have a nice walk. That's very important to get some exercise.
Yeah. Remember to stay fit and healthy.
And then after that, you went on a Zoom call and played some Minecraft with your friends.
Always a good thing to do as well.
So Lara, did you play some Minecraft as well today?
I played Roblox.
You did Roblox, of course you did.
Oh my god, it smells so nice. I want to eat it right now. So this is what the first batch should look like after you put it in the oil.
So slightly golden, but it's not too brown.
Yes.
And now we're going to heat up the oil and let the oil to get higher temperature, and then we're going to cook it the second time.
Second time, yes.
So we're going to turn up the heat a little bit and let the oil sort of get hotter. And then we're going to add it again to cook it a second time.
Bubbling. So it's going to splash more. Is it?
No, it won't splash more. Stop giving false information. Maybe a little bit. You know why it splashed?
Why?
It's the moisture. If you have water in the hot oil, and that's why it splashed.
Okay.
But the moisture basically has been kept inside the meat already.
Okay.
So when we finish frying these ribs, we need to make the sauce to go with it. Remember, we make the hot five spice salt. Yeah. So why don't we get that ready? So we are going to get this ready. So it's super simple, the 5 spice sauce. We're just going to heat up the wok. Let the wok heat up, and then we're gonna add a little bit of oil. So look at this beautiful color of this beverage.
Yeah, looks delicious.
So I'm really getting that really
Why
nice.
are they called spare ribs? Do you have any idea?
No idea. It's spare, it's ribs.
So, okay. So basically, like they're the ribs that people don't want, maybe? I don't know.
Look at that beautiful color.
Yeah, that was so cool. That smells so nice as well.
There's batch, and then
Yes.
one is heat up.
Very cool.
Second batch coming in.
And then we're gonna get ready with the fat. So we tiny bit oil.
Yes.
We got all the nice crushed garlic that Lara crushed earlier. So we're gonna add all the garlic. Yummy.
And mix it around. Should I use this?
Yeah. And then we add a white piece of the spring onion that Archer cut from our garden.
Yeah.
We're going to fry it and let it dry a bit.
Yeah.
And we have the nice red chili.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought it was red capsicum when we ate that the last time. But what about the green capsicum?
The green capsicum we can wait for a little bit.
Oh.
Just let it dry up first.
And the
And the ribs are looking really good.
Okay, so now we've got two things on the stove. The chili, spring onion, and garlic, and the spare ribs frying. They're both frying on the stove.
Quite cool.
Some capsicum.
I think we cut way too much. Maybe we just
Did
add
I?
half of it. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
sorry.
quite a lot. That's all
Oh,
right.
I didn't cut it that small.
That's all right.
Got our spare ribs frying away.
Very good. Yum yum. I think I'm probably.
And that is our second batch done of spare ribs.
Nice.
And then last batch coming up.
Oh no, we only do 2, right? Like, can we do 3? I don't know.
We do 3 batches.
I don't want to. If we want to cook all 9 at the same time, can you imagine how much oil that
Yeah.
we use?
Yeah.
We're already using a lot.
oil.
Yeah. So we just need to not too quick. And we'll just heat for this. But in a restaurant, they use a lot of oil and they will cover the entire spare ribs. But we're doing it at home, so we don't want to use that much oil.
Fair.
So we just have to turn the ribs a few more times.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Smoking. It's
Flying
smoking.
That's what happens when you cook with kids,
Yep.
right? And then the spice sauce. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Is being added.
just gonna-
Added in.
And give it a shake. Very good.
Almost done.
Is
And
it
then,
third and final?
Right. So it's turned golden color. We're going to take this out
Perfectly
as well.
golden.
So we'll take this out. Let it cool for a sec. And now our chili sauce is looking really good. So we're going to add this.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Just give it a little toss. Can I do the toss? So we just
The tossing, the toss master. If you do this, make sure the food doesn't fall to the ground.
Yes.
Otherwise, it will just ruin the food. And you don't want that. Ooh, nice toss.
Another toss. Great. And now it's ready.
And
so
sweet.
we are. Yeah, we can sprinkle a little bit more 5 spice salt to make it really tasty. But not too much, otherwise it's so salty. And now
Wow, that smells so good.
we will
Serve it.
serve it with a bit of rice. Potato.
Yes. This is just our preference. We love to do it with rice.
And then
Yeah.
we cooked some
this is
veggie
just-
earlier. So we're gonna add a little bit veggie.
Bok
Inside.
choy, if you're wondering what it is.
It's Chinese cabbage.
No, it's Chinese cabbage. There
Chinese
you go.
cabbage. And then we'll have 1 spare rib.
2 spare ribs.
Make sure that we got the yummy capsicum and spring onion to go with it.
Onion and chili.
And
5 spice salt.
there you go.
Yay.
So we have got the spare ribs and the veggie. And
Spare ribs,
everything's ready. Hello. Now try to see if you like it. So this is 5 spice deep fried spare ribs.
Wally, what do you think?
Wait,
Oh, you can use finger. doesn't matter. Oh, hi Wally.
Wally's like, no, I'm just gonna hide underneath.
How's the skin crunchy? Is it crunchy?
Skin is.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna try too.
Really good.
Nice. Oh yeah.
The skin is crunchy. It's crunchy, but not that crunchy.
Is that good? Yeah, that's good.
That is good. It is very good.
You know, I'll just settle with this piece. I've got a piece of chili in there. Mmm, amazing.
Very good.